everybody, welcome. This is What Ya Toku-ing About, Episode 2, Ultra Q, Episodes 15 through 28. That's right, we are a podcast that's very popular with the girls. I'm your host, Russ Walsh. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Stix and Hunter. Welcome.
Yo.
Hello.
Thank you. And we are back on the journey into an unbalanced zone. We're going crazy in here, and in multiple interpretations of crazy. Yeah, I thought the first episode came out very great. We do have a host still to come, but they've just a series of maladies have befallen them. But they will be here in the future. Right now, we're just focusing on getting through Ultra Q. And yes, I do keep making it sound like this was a personal struggle and challenge and huge character growth moment for me, which not a lot of character growth happens in this show. But I had fun. It was fun. Oh, we're still in Ultra Q, you know? What do y'all think?
Yeah,
just initial thoughts.
I like the show. The show. It's fun. It's just it is not made to be binge watched at all.
No.
Right.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a bit.
It's what I felt watching this show is that there are moments of pure imagination, creativity that's like, dang, this is on the forefront of a time where like people could get away with a lot of weird stuff on TV because there's nothing else like it, or like this is Japan's like stab at it. So I'm like, wow, this is so impressive. If they don't have that creativity or it's going a little slow, you lose steam fast.
Yeah.
if there's not a new weird thing on screen every minute, because, you know, we all like to think we're here. We're all, I don't know if you're like me. I'm like, oh, I'm David Lynch guy. Oh, I love odd cinema.
Yeah.
I'm weird movie picture guy, you know. And then you watch something that doesn't have a character arc and is also just like vaguely boring. You're kind of like, I wish the characters would learn a lesson, or we learned something interesting about June or Ippei or something.
Well, you know, every TV show has their own disappearance of Flight 206. We all can't be perfect.
I know. You have moments where you're like, why do I give a fuck? These people are annoying the shit out of me right now. Well, okay, I should say people. Yeah. Maybe it's the fact I work with kids for a living. As a substitute teacher, but there is this part of me that's like, kids can be so funny and weird and interesting, and there's a reason that people take a career in education, but man, TV kids can sometimes be very.
Oh my god! Oh boy. Well,
you'll talk about.
We'll get into it, but
I can't wait.
Jesus.
But sometimes the little rascalsification of the show, because you watch those first. Well, I don't know. The first episode immediately starts with a Poindexter, little nerdy kid. I felt like the show.
Yeah, he's like an older kid.
Yeah, I felt like the show was a general ages show, and then you could just feel Tsuburaya being like, "I gotta make this is for the kids at this point. I gotta make some sort of man for this, some sort of ultra fellow," and. So that's where the show kind of suffers, but it's still interesting. It's still got that thing that we talked about on the first episode of like them discovering shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Probably my favorite episode of the show. I kind of realized halfway through, wait, is this the first time there's ever been little guy becomes big monster? Just like
you're talking about the Yeti one?
Oh, or not that one.
No, are you talking about Peter? Are you talking about Peter?
Peter from the boxer episode.
No. Well, not that. I'm talking about Challenge from the year 2020, the slime episode, when they're chasing him around in the car, and then in the end of the episode, he's basically nasty Ultraman. But let's get into that later.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes, because he's one of those monsters that comes back.
Okay.
Yes, and there's a very specific part of him that comes back a lot. Wow.
Okay, so we're still trying to figure out the setup for this podcast program. I thought we had a fun discussion, but okay. So for the individual episodes, I was wondering, how would you rate each episode on a unbalanced from level 1 to level 5? How unbalanced would you say Kanagon's Cocoon was?
Oh, perfect score.
Perfect. Literally 5 out of 5. Probably the best episode.
Really? It's definitely the best of like the it's definitely the best of like the little fake goofy
Kids
fairy
episodes.
tale.
Or fairy tale episodes. That's it.
Last podcast recording, when I was looking ahead, I offhandedly mentioned that my favorite monster of Ultra Q was going to be in the back half of what we were watching, and this was the episode. Kanagon is genuinely he's my favorite Ultra Kaiju that isn't like an inherent villain.
Yeah.
I might like him more than Pigmon. I gotta be honest. I love this character. I love this episode so much. It might be my favorite episode of the show.
Yeah, I'm with you. Genuinely, like, this was like a ride from start to finish. It was charming. When a lot of these kinds of episodes end up not being charming, this one was super charming.
True.
The monster effects were great, with like the crying eyes, the head being separate from the rest of the body, the top half of the head, just the body language, the plot, the cute, like the parable feeling to it. The parents, it was great.
I think this is a great, like, child, like, Twilight Zone episode.
Yes, This is like a very Twilight Zone-y episode for sure.
Also, having a kid who has a realistic problem, or you know what I mean, like a realistic character flaw, and isn't rascaling it up.
Yes,
very helpful, very helpful. Because when you're a kid and you find like a $5 bill on the ground, you're like, oh man, I'm hot stuff. I know what's up. I'm king of the schoolyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is very fun to go back in time and be like, that's always been the case.
It's just great. I think out of the moral episodes of Ultra Q, I think this is the one that does it the best. Because there's it feels like there's an actual 3-act structure to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, like some of the fun of Toku, or like just watching a Japanese show in general, is that they don't follow that exactly, or they go a winding path, and not every episode.
It's not, the Western writing structure. It's got a different thing going on.
Yes, but it was just nice to have a little bit of character growth, to have a little kid. Now, it's been about 3 weeks since I watched this episode. How did Jun, Ippei, and Yuriko fit into this one? Because I
don't think they showed up.
They didn't show up. They did not show up one time.
It was like that that turtle episode, except they didn't have like a cameo. Where that episode they had a cameo. This time they just didn't show up. Period.
Maybe this was a lesson to the actors who were asking for too much money. Like, you're not showing up this week.
We can make good TV without you. I'm kidding.
I don't know if this sounds mean, but I really do think that that's like a really big strength to this episode.
Yeah.
Because without having to rely on like previous characters coming in, they're letting the little kid and like all of his friends and his goofball shitty parents and the dad with the Hitler mustache just like be fully formed characters.
Yes.
I wish there were more episodes of Ultra Q that were like I cannot believe I don't have the name pulled up. Kanagon's Cocoon. Yes, I really do. There were more episodes like this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Also, the thing is that since so many episodes are like weird stuff happening, and then the trio, the polycule, shows up and stares at it, and then Jun remembers an obscure fact he read in a magazine 2 years ago and fixes the situation, or they call the professor. There's actually a little bit of danger. You're like, this kid might get messed up.
Could actually die. Yes, the little ticker is ticking down.
Now that they don't have adults to go look at them and go, huh? Let's see. My main note I wrote about it is that I got grossed out when he ate a dollar bill, because I find money very disgusting. That's all.
Fair.
It's funny how the kids, like his friends, several times throughout the episode were just willing to let him die.
Yeah,
they were just like, let's leave him.
That's kids, man. Kids can be so
mean.
Well, yeah, they're horrible. Like children are terrible. One extra note I do have. There is another future Ultraman actor in this episode.
Really?
Who was it?
The partner to what's his dude's name? Daddy Walrus.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the guy without the mustache. That is Masanari Nihei, who he would go on to play Ide in the original Ultraman.
Wow,
I did not
that's
realize that.
awesome. That's so fun.
That I completely forgot about that cameo, so that was a real treat to see him in there. I don't even know if he said anything. I think he was just laughing.
The whole Daddy Walrus thing just made me think of like fucking like Wario Waluigi.
Oh, the Wa culture. That's how Wa culture is created. It all comes back to Ultraman. It's all Ultra 7 and Ultra Q.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it all comes back.
The Ultra Eye is everywhere if you know where to look.
Yes. Which is why they've almost went bankrupt 3 times, but Super Eye. Yeah. But anyway.
They created culture. It's worth it. They created culture.
It's true. It's just funny. Garamon Strikes Back, episode 16. How unbalanced was it, everybody?
It's okay.
It was all right.
It's 3. I'd say it's a...
It was a 3 episode. It wasn't bad. It wasn't an all-timer. It was fine.
Two of those stars go to the 2 Garamons that are in it.
Yes, Garamon's design is so fun to me that it like really elevates what was kind of another. At least he wasn't a Blues Brothers-esque, but there's a guy with a gun who's really nasty. I did think the ending was extremely funny, though. I did quite enjoy it.
That was a very Don to Don ass. That was a very Don to Don ass. Like when I saw that ending to the episode, I was like, oh yeah, I feel like Don Don takes more from Ultra Q than it takes from Ultraman when you think about it, because that's what it made me think of. The alien just leaving, and then it's like, you got shot because you suck. You sucked at your job. You failed.
Yeah, that's my main thought. That's my main thought I wrote down about is that bosses in space suck too. I mean, like this guy, I felt like he gave it his best. I mean, I wouldn't give him like passing marks on the review, but I wouldn't blast his ass. I don't know.
No, like he did a good job.
I love when the Garamons die, they just start frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, they go brain dead. They start drooling.
It looks so funny. And then they just like fall over.
They had a bunch of baking soda in their mouth and they attacked the vinegar factory. I don't know. Yeah, it's just such a weird... I do like these first hints at continuity, and it's almost funny because I feel like the first Ultraman series doesn't really even play with it very much, like the concept of continuity.
Not too much.
Not really. Yeah.
Maybe like a guy shows up multiple episodes, or like the guy from France. You remember how it?
Yeah.
SSP is based out of France. But anyway.
Yes.
But still, it's truly strange. Anyway.
I've got some comments for this episode. Let's see. How have our trio not died yet? They're just driving directly towards the Garamon rampaging through the city. The Saboteur. What? Go ahead.
You bring up such a good point. How many times in this series that a lot of the action scenes in this is them just driving towards a monster? I'm like, not a good idea, but you nailed it. Anyway.
They're not even particularly skilled individuals. No, just 2 of them know how to fly.
Yeah, like literally, these 3 end up everywhere. Like they're like they keep government secrets. They like collaborate with the government. These 3 randoms.
Well, it's always maybe it's like the D&D thing where you start the game.
They work with the military. Like they just happen to be like a meeting, tribunal meetings.
Yeah,
they're like what?
Listen, it's a D&D thing where you start with a dwarf named Troglanor or something, and then by like you've been playing the same character for 6 years, he's fought enough eldritch gods. He should be a major figure in political affairs in Japan, you know?
There's a moment in a later episode where I just yelled, "What are we doing? Why are they letting them do this? Why are they chill?"
Listen.
Okay, we'll get to that. Another thing. So the thing about the aliens, human disguise, it had the actor they chose had a very particular look in his face. Like he had like a very pale face, had very pretty eyelashes, and it feels like it was very intentional because like the driver guy, like he was asked, "Oh, what was the guy? What did he look like?" And he was like, "He was a weird guy, but he would have been a fine gal if he was a woman." And I was like, "What?" It was so out of pocket, out of nowhere.
That's
this
like
had to be
weird.
intentional.
That's like weird Osamu Tezuka gender stuff. You know, if you've ever read like
Yeah.
weird,
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
just
I know what you're talking
this is a sexy non-gender specific alien. Don't think about it too hard. But then another alien comes back and she's like a weird lady. Anyway, we'll get to that later.
Oh, we'll get to
You know
weird
what's-
lady. We'll get to weird lady.
You know what's funny? I have two notes, and they're both relating to the antagonist. It is really funny that the whole reason he got discovered was because he wanted to fuck with the truck driver's radio. Sorry, like he just didn't like the music he was playing, so he was just messing with it.
Don't touch the
Yeah.
aux.
And then he just kills 5 guys.
Yeah.
Just lifts their
Yes.
guns up and just shoots all of them. Doesn't shoot Ed and Eddie and the truck driver. They just shoot the army guys.
Well, they signed up for service, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he respects human life or something.
Oh, and when they were like fighting like man to man on the grass, and they were just like, I don't know, like weirdly jogging towards him, even though they're like a few feet away. And all I was thinking is, just tackle him, like just tackle him. His back is to you. Just tackle him. What are you doing?
That costs extra.
I don't know. There is a
What an
little bit of
episode.
wantonness when it comes to like murder in the second half. I don't know. It's funny because all we did was complain about like, all these kids, they're so annoying. Oh, they made this for kids, and then like there are some like, whoa, I didn't really was expecting that moments.
There's some shit that caught me off guard. Let's just
There's
say.
a great implied death in one of the later episodes that I'm a fan of, and I wish they actually showed it.
A lot of cars going off the road.
Yeah, it's a good effect though. Hey, if you're on a fuzzy CRT in 1950, black and white, and you saw that thing, that car tumble out, like that's a real car. That could have happened.
Oh yeah.
Real. All right.
Episode,
That's that episode. Let's move on.
Episode 17, the 1/8 project. Yeah.
Oh baby, this is another
Unbalancedness.
4. I'll give it a 4.
A 4? Really?
Let me just talk.
I was
about
at
it.
4 for a long time, and then a certain thing
That
happened
ending.
at the end.
That ending was.
My
That's
main
why it's not a 5. Is that fucking ending?
My
but,
main thought was, when did it become like a taboo to end with? It was all a dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When did that become a taboo? Because
when did that become a hack thing?
Because I was sitting there like, you can't do that. I'm like, maybe in 1966 you could have done that. I just was sitting there. Did you?
I mean, maybe in book. By the time of the 60s, it was probably seen as passe in books. Not any other medium, but by books, I'm sure like classic like American authors are probably like, fuck that shit. That's hacky.
Right.
You know what
like-
it is? It was probably when movies started to do it more.
Yes, because
Yeah.
like in books, it's already probably like a snobby like you can't do that thing. But movies, they probably ran that shit into the ground.
It's true,
It's like, a
it's
TV
true.
show, like TV show episode. Oh, that's only like 30 minutes, whatever.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's fine. But like you made me sit through 2 hours, or you made me read 8 hours of a book, and
Yeah.
And it was
it's
all
more
a dream?
unforgiving in that format.
I guess for people who might not have watched and are just listening. I mean, this is the episode where they go to the little. What is it? Okay. It was funny. There is a movie that has a similar premise to this, Downsizing, by Alexander Payne. I would not expect him to care much for Japanese television from the 1960s, but don't quote me on that. But it had weirdly followed similar territory. But also that one, was very serious, whereas this one, it was mostly felt like a convenient way to play with scale and size and have the
Really
actors.
well done in that part. That was probably the best part of the episode, was just the special effects of depicting this. Like they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah,
that's probably why they made it. They probably just had an idea of like, okay, we can't afford to do another monster for this episode. What if we try to make the humans look big?
Or look
And
small, depending.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did make a big phone at one point, like a big human scale.
Yeah, they made
phone.
like a lot of big like props. That was like the most impressive part. Is all the big props they had to make. The little like scene inside the bag with the chair and the table.
Yeah.
What if like
A lot of good
somebody was, like,
superimposing.
What if somebody was
Yes,
like, "Oh, I made a phone that a monster could answer." Oh, we spent all the money on the monster costume on the phone. What are we gonna do instead? You know?
It had like a working rotary too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No, truly crazy. Yeah.
All right, you guys are selling me on the 4 a little bit.
No,
I was gonna go 3.
I'd still put it at 3. I will say if you're watching the video version, which I'm gonna have to do some editing because I messed some stuff up. But I do enjoy anything where they have nuns in it. Just having nuns show up randomly. Very
I was
funny.
like, oh, we need to send this back to the fucking 1984 Little Society.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were going for a dystopian thing. And that's why I was thinking, oh, this is kind of Twilight Zone-y. It was like they were talking about, oh, there's no discrimination, no war here. You're given a number instead of a name and all
That's
that.
a little creepy. That's a little creepy.
I was like, okay,
lie.
they're trying to do something here, and then like time jumps between scenes, and then they suddenly they're looking for Yuri after thinking she's dead, and she has a fucking funeral photo. God, that pissed me off. I was so confused.
I will say this about Yuri, even though the whole episode was a dream. Every single bad thing that happened to her in this episode, I'm going to say it was her fault.
Yeah,
How did she let herself get pushed into the elevator? And why didn't she just reveal herself to June and Ippei?
Maybe
because she wanted to see what their reactions would be if they thought she was dead. She was so curious.
Who gives a crap?
Yeah. Look, it was the 60s, and they were very weird about women. So they were like, "Oh, she's a woman, so she would probably be curious how they'd react if they thought she was dead." And then like, "Oh, she sees that. Oh, they're acting this way about her. Okay, I guess I won't reveal myself to you guys then." That's probably how they wrote it, how they saw it.
Maybe we're being too rude about the dream stuff, because I mean that does sound like an anxiety nightmare. Like, oh, I can't. I'm smaller than my friends will expect, and they're gonna hate me if they see me this way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank God it was just a concussion-induced nightmare.
I will say.
Yeah, because I was like, how are they going to get her back to normal size? They haven't like made a big deal about this yet. Like, this feels like a big pressing issue here. There should be arrests. Yeah, and it's like, oh wait, it's a dream. Never mind.
Yeah. This was by no means a bad episode. Like I said, if there's constant creativity and weird stuff going on,
yeah, I can't hate it too much. Even if I hate the like actual like writing by the end, I can't hate the episode too much because it was so creative.
It's a good sci-fi premise.
Yes.
Just they flub the ending, and then a lot of the logic doesn't work out. And there is that moment where you realize, oh, they're only doing this because they had a cityscape set and they wanted a monster suit. But
I do wonder. I do wonder how much of when Ippei was like fumbling around the city, I wonder how much of that breakage was intentional or unintentional. Because he looked like he for real kept doing it by accident.
Oh my god! Like when they're like, "Oh, let's make a shortcut," and it's like. It's like, no, you guys are so stupid. Well, of course that's going to happen if you make a shortcut and you're giant compared to the city.
Just break someone's roof.
Yeah. Like they touch power lines. Like, what the fuck you think was going to happen?
Oh, man. Oh, I should have walked so cavalierly through the pie factory, but I guess I will. No, anyway.
And what's great and what's so good about this, like this whole like giant human in city deal, is that Ultraman kind of does a thing with this concept with when like that episode with Yuriko becomes giant.
Yeah, that's
not
really
Yuriko, but like
the
actress's character's name in that show because it's the same actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, they clearly like this idea.
Oh yeah,
they did this back.
It's a fun idea. Big
idea.
Big person, little city.
Yeah, or little people surrounded by big props. Great concept.
Right. And nothing weird about it. Okay,
nothing weird about it.
This isn't going to unlock anything for any Japanese child. Okay.
No, Hideaki Anno won't be a weirdo about it.
It's true. Okay, the Rainbow's Egg. Where are we standing on this one? How unbalanced? One.
I can't hate it that hard, but it's like a 2.
It's a 2. There is
I
a
don't.
moment.
It's
There is a moment
So
where I was like,
boring.
man, I think I'm good. And you know what's the worst part
Yeah.
about it? Okay, they have that chicken. Whose chicken farm is that? By the way, this is the episode where kids have to go find some treasure and a monster shows up. Anyway, so I'm trying to do some level of recap real quick, but
Yeah.
they go to a chicken coop. I'm like, that's the same damn chicken coop from the Cunningham episode, and then they do
I didn't even
a
notice
worse
that.
gag. It's like a worse gag, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we're reheating some leftovers here, man. I don't know. My main thought I wrote about it is that throughout the episode, all of the adult characters are calling the grandma a liar because a huge portion of the plot is about little kids trying to get a magic wish to make their grandma walk again. So everybody's calling the grandma a liar, and then at the end, she just randomly stands up because of the plot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the convoluted plot. Yeah.
And my first thought was she lying? Is that a liar? Was she lying? That the monsters didn't have anything to do with it? I don't know.
Look, let's not be ironic. Let's be sincere and earnest about this. It was because it's a fairy tale, and all the things came together, and she got back up, and all worked out.
Yeah.
You know what? I can tell you who didn't give a shit. June did not care. He did not smile at all when that woman stood up. He was just looking down.
Look, that's a standard expression. That's like his neutral default expression
Right.
throughout the show.
It's so fun. Well, to be fair, I think he was more concerned about the fact that this little girl was trying to haul a uranium orb around.
Yeah, that was probably what was on his mind throughout it.
Is that in it? I don't know. Wouldn't a brick of pure uranium be like super heavy or something? I have no clue.
That's why the kid was struggling.
I have one more comment. One thing I was kept on being entertained. This was the thing that got me through most of the episode. Was that weird kid named Bunta who kept like talking, whispering? He was like, "Yeah," it was like it wasn't made a note of. It was just the way he talked. It's like he's the one like raspy. Wow, yeah, yeah. He's like, what?
You know what's funny? He
so
broke.
funny.
I remember him breaking that like one time. He accidentally said like his sister's name a little too loud.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to have a payoff because at one point he just runs up to the camera and he cries for one half of a second, then it immediately hard cuts to a helicopter.
Oh, you fucked up. Cut.
Can I be honest?
Keep the take though. I'm kidding.
This episode, just like I said, having rapscallion kids who are up to hijinks and then in the end they find a MacGuffin and everything's okay. Can I tell you how bored I got watching this episode?
I
zoned out. I zoned out.
Do you know what the name of their little gang is?
I don't remember.
It was the Dandelions, and I was like, "What's?"
Oh, that's the '60s name. That's such a 60s gang name.
They don't even find a dandelion. They look for bamboo shoots. Bunch of little frauds.
Wasn't the name of one of the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross guilds the Dandelions? Then
Probably,
I
think so.
I had a deep moment of, why am I thinking about this? I have this memory of being like...
because you're zoning out, you're looking for anything, you're grasping for something.
Obscure Kingdom Hearts lore for the era of the franchise I could care the least about. And that just... listeners or viewers or wherever you are, if you need a peek inside my brain at that exact minute, that's where I was at.
Oh, God.
Another thing when I was trying to grasp for something in this episode was like, is there like an anti-nuclear message in this? Because like the uranium sort of deal, and like, oh, they're like building like something nearby this area. Maybe
no,
really.
Not at all.
I don't know.
They were like, no, it's important we build this city, though, and no one disagrees. No one disagrees that this city shouldn't be built.
The monster that like ate uranium, they were like, this might be good for the environment. Now let's kill that shit. It's gonna eat the nuclear plant.
We need our nuclear
kill
plant.
that thing. I will say,
if they eat the plutonium or uranium at the site, it'll be bad for everyone.
I guess.
Okay.
All right. Yep, that's the '60s.
I guess.
Nuclear.
They got this figured out. They got it locked down, and nothing bad will happen from that. But all I'm saying, the effect at the end of him cracking up and exploding was kind of neat. It was kind of fun.
Oh, I love
They love that effect. They use
that
that all the time. It's great effect.
It looks great.
Okay.
It looks.
Okay.
It looked. That's like the one. That's like the one. Like big highlight. Bro broke.
Okay. Challenge from the year 2020, episode 19.
Banger episode.
Banger.
Yep.
It was good.
I
think
agree.
this might
5
be
out of
my
5.
favorite Ultra Q episode. Should I go into it?
Yeah, it's got a lot.
It's the best action-packed one.
It's just something's happening every minute, like I said, but also, they keep the ominous narrator keeps saying this is going to be the creepiest, most unsettling stuff you've ever seen in your life, and then it's usually a Godzilla goofball. I thought there were some horror vibes to this. I'm not going to say it was scary, but I was like, I felt like there were moments.
This felt like this was an episode that had like actual weird stuff going on.
Yeah,
genuine weird stuff.
If you were a Japanese child in the 1960s, you might have actually been scared by this. Up until
that laugh is creepy as fuck. It's an iconic laugh.
And the dude jumping in front of the car, like doing the weird animated bounce, that's like unsettling. There's weird vibes to this.
It's the best shot of the show.
Yeah. Everything said it. Well, okay. The second act, I think everything past the first act, or whatever you would consider an act in this, I don't know if they were using that structure, was at night. And it kind of, and then having a police officer do like a weird noir vibe, and I know it ends with him being a goofball at the end, which is funny. I actually like that too. That's one of the times
I like that too.
Yeah. But just having like this noir vibe about an evil alien, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I 100% agree. The alien Kemmer looks awesome. I think that is one of the best suits in the whole show. I love that one of the eyes is moving independently from the rest of the head.
I love that.
I love that it's glowing. I love that they reused that laugh for Alien Baltan.
I
would reuse that laugh too.
I was just gonna say that, like, I brought it up earlier. I think this might be the first time in the series where little guy becomes big, and I do wonder if like Tsuburaya saw this and saw money in a superhero, a good version of this character who starts, transforms and can mess with the environment and stuff.
Maybe.
This is where I got the feeling like maybe this is where Ultraman stemmed from, not 1-to-1. Like he didn't finish this and go, okay, this is where Ultraman's coming in. But that's just all I thought. I don't know.
I think it's the first time in the show that a humanoid-looking creature grows to like huge size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like they've done it with like more of an animal, or like an actual like creature.
Yeah, creature.
But like
creature.
what looks like to be like a complete sentient being. Just like growing big and just shooting liquid out of its awful appendage on the top of his head.
That was awful.
Just throwing a Ferris wheel for no reason.
I like the goo. I like just having evil goo.
The goo is great.
The goo's cool. The goo's awesome.
I mean, that's just one of those 1950s like monster movie things of goo being such a big deal that we've lost. We've abandoned it as a society.
That turns you invisible and puts you in a different dimension.
They kind of revisit the goo, not in the exact same way, but they revisit like a goo creature later on in like Ultraman Tiga.
Right.
I don't remember the context. I think it takes you over if it gets you, but there's a lot of mileage you can get out of a goo creature.
Yes.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta let my dog out. She's whining at me. You guys can keep talking though.
But yeah, so it's just one of those fun things where what I really enjoy. I don't know. There's something just so funny about watching an episode where the enemy doesn't feel like a goofball that can that they fire guns at or explode with dynamite. There is like a legitimate menace to it, and we'll get more into the pseudoscience later. But I felt like this is some of the like creepier pseudoscience, like kind of a half-baked understanding of genetics, but like still, it's like the idea. I mean, Invasion of the Body Snatchers from America around the same time also kind of played with that kind of spooky stuff. So overall, I really love this episode.
I love this episode too.
Coming after I watched the 1/8 project and then going to the challenge from the year in 2020, I was like, Okay, they're cooking again. They're back at it.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I have another actor trivia fact for you.
Oh, I was about to say the same. It is what I think
Yep.
it is.
The Air Force captain that's in this episode, that is Akiji Kobayashi.
Yep.
He would go on to not only play the captain in the original Ultraman, but also Tobei Tachibana in the original Kamen Rider.
Bingo. Yep.
Really?
Dude is the best. He's a great actor.
Yes, 100%. He's great. He's
the
awesome.
Legend.
He's the chief in Ultraman, and he's Tobei Tachibana, who's actually a recurring character across all the Showa Kamen Rider series, basically. Until like
one of the few returning.
Yeah, he's like the one uniting factor. Like he's kind of like the big papa.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he the guy who told Anna recently that he thought that Shin Kamen Rider was creepy?
I don't know. I don't
It was very
I
funny.
don't think so. I don't even know if he's alive. I won't lie.
One of the original Kamen Rider
He died in 1996.
Oh, okay, that would be tough to tell
okay.
Anna it was creepy, but you never know. Ghosts.
It was one of the older writers. I think it was the actor for the original actor for the second writer number 2.
Yeah,
I think
it was
it's
very
him.
funny.
I think it
I'm
was him.
sorry, Anna, if that made you cry.
That's such a funny thing to say, considering what Ryder has pulled since the 80s.
Yeah, I would think of many different things in Rider that would elicit that reaction more than shit.
Didn't they turn V3 into like a serial killer in one of those next movies?
Wow.
Yeah, 2005, the sequel to the first, written by Toshiki Inoue. Yeah,
That does sound kind of baller, though. Okay, we're not talking Kamen Rider, even though.
yes, focus.
sorry.
Even though this guy's Tachibana, and his name is Amano in this episode, and I was thinking of the insane cosmic coincidence that the actor who plays a character with the last name Tachibana, Kamen Rider Blade, his name in real life, that actor is Amano, and I was like, that's fucking insane. But
I just saw what the next episode is, and I only have like 3 things written down for it.
I have actually a decent amount written for that one, but still.
I think this is when I started the zone out a little bit.
You were exiting the unbalanced zone.
The unbalanced zone.
Oh boy.
Okay, where are we but out of 5? Where we dropping the underseed human Ragon, episode 20.
Let's move on.
What are we rating it? The undersea humanoid Ragon. I need to hear your thoughts on the monster with the fish man with nipples, the fish woman, the fish
creature
lady
from the Black Lagoon, basically.
Good suit,
but with
good looking
nipples.
suit.
Yeah, I like the suit. I like the glowing eyes.
I'm sorry. Now I sound like a creep, but I just sat there like, why did they give it nipples? I guess it's a mom.
It is the mom.
It is a mom.
Or it could be like a seahorse situation. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Listen, they evolved. They're a more advanced species than we are. I mean, they can't move their mouth, so I guess communication's not a big deal. But
it's like a 2.5, but skewing closer to a 2. I was kind of bored.
I'm more of a 3 on this one. It was for some reason I did not zone out in this one, even though it's zone out bait. I did not zone out.
I do think it's funny how it seems like every scientist that is not Ichio Tani is like a disgraced one.
Yes, they're always
There's
like a quack or like falling out.
None of these guys can hold a job or actually prove what they're saying until it's too late.
Until it's too late. Yeah.
Weird baby.
Weird baby.
Oh yeah,
Weird
that baby. the reveal that it was looking for its baby all along,
and it looked crazy. It looked
crazy.
like it gave me Eraserhead baby vibes. Just the way it was like moving around, it just like laying on like a metal tray.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like how the suit actor like had to try twice to pick it up because of the flippers.
Yeah, I saw it was having trouble like trying to hold on to it. I was like, oh god, he's having trouble. Trying to make it look convincing.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not have like really anything to say other than 'twas music suit the beast.
Yeah, that's right. Jazz.
I have notes.
What do you think would be the modern equivalent of a light jazz to confront the sea beast? Like, will we play them Jelly Roll to calm them down?
No, I think that would make them go worse.
It's true.
Just like lo-fi hip hop beats to study.
Yeah, probably that.
Yes. What were we gonna say, Stix?
Oh man.
Okay, so of course I make my notes like Yuri is so used to crazy stories that she's bored by an underwater volcano explosion. Let's see.
All the crazy stuff that happens, I don't blame her. This is a nightmare world.
And women love fainting in the show because it's a show from the 1960s. So after a woman does something a little too much, like they went through a situation, they just faint. I was like, all right. The island sinks with the power of miniatures. A lot of like Japan might sink type of feelings going on in this episode. Like, oh god, what if this happens and this happens? It just made me think, when did Japan Sinks come out? The original Japan Sinks? Because I know that's like a thing.
Question.
I wonder if I can look that up.
It is kind of that classic, maybe, sci-fi parable of, one scientist was correct, but the fringe, all the other ones, they couldn't confront the truth, which is kind of one of those plots that's kind of dated now, because now we listen to the one fringe person instead, but...
Right, instead of the mainstream.
But, you get it at the time. Nobody listens to you. I had fun. I think I would give this about a 3 as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
Monster Suit was very silly, but I thought the suit actor really
did a good job.
Good job keeping this entertaining. Very clear.
To answer the question about Japan Sinks, that actually did not come out until 1973.
Really?
Damn. All right.
I'm sure that vibe was floating in the air. You never know.
Oh yeah, of course, that vibe.
Damn, they made the movie the same year.
Huh.
How'd they get that out that quick?
Don't know.
All right.
Move on next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode's okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This is just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I've seen this plot before. Just with a funny suit actor. Anyway, episode 21, Space Directive M774. How are we feeling on this one?
3.5. It's almost a 4.
I'm going to say a 4 because the ending is scary for no reason.
This ending is
they're very goofy. They're feeling goofy at the end.
This is another one of those episodes. This latter half of the series is a lot of staring and pointing episodes. I guess this whole second half of the show, there's a lot of staring and pointing episodes, which, I would like the characters to do a little bit more action than just point and stare. I mean, they're on a boat a lot in this one.
Yeah, most of this episode, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But I do have one question.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who was that other guy working at the airfield?
I don't remember.
There's just some. I thought it was just Ippei and June. Who is this other guy?
They just needed him for that.
It freaked me out.
They just needed him for that scene.
I was like, get out of here. You don't belong here.
Yeah. Oh gosh, me trying. I definitely did not hate this episode, but there are 2 scenes that have like a weird menace and melancholy to them that kind of almost evoked back when I was talking to you with the challenge from the year 2020, which also very funny saying that out again and being like, we're in 2025. We're ways away from the far off future. But anyway, and I guess all of our DNA is spilling out too. But let's not focus on that. Anyway, the scene where they're like get teleported in that dimension and look at the record player.
I love that scene. And then they're like, we're still in the real life.
Yeah, those were like twin.
It was really cool.
Vibes. Those are creepy.
How did they get out?
It did have that vibes. Yeah, like they played a jukebox and like thinking of a jukebox like that, of like playing like a sci-fi message. I don't know. It's like a very high concept, I think.
Them like trying to play the same record over and over and it just not playing her voice anymore. I thought was a fun touch.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
And then, of course, like what Hunter... Oh, sorry. And I was just going to say, and what you were bringing up earlier with the ending also had that same menace. And then the rest of the episode was them pointing and looking at another monster, which is fine.
Yeah, they were just kind of on a boat for most of the episode. I was like, look, what you get from this episode is they show you a lot of the inside workings of the boat. That's what I got from this episode. I was like, okay, that's something that feeds me. Just seeing like the inner workings. Boats are cool.
Now, was the boat actually in the water? Because my main thought was, I think they just spent the whole time filming them on the dock and then having a miniature ride out and about.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
They did
they were
not go
not in
out
the
once.
middle of the sea. God, they were not.
No.
I do like Bastang. I think that is a fun monster. I'm a big fan of the giant manta ray flipping in midair.
Yeah, that was great.
You feel bad for I feel bad for a lot of the monsters in the second half here because, like you said, it's tough to binge, and we've already watched about 24 of these things. It's not fair that if you're the 18th monster, that you're going to be the one that's like, what do they look like again?
Yeah.
What are they? You know what I mean?
It had a really funny death though.
Yeah, it just flips
blows up. It's really violent too. Because normally they do like a hard cut to like, oh, here monster, now it blow up. No, they blew up that miniature right there on the spot. Awesome. It was so violent.
Maybe they had like a more planned explosive, and then they just dropped it by accident, and it just violently exploded. I'm like, well, that's what we got on tape. Too bad.
Yeah, probably. You can feel the budget start to slip a little bit in the show near the end, because boy howdy.
I have some comments about production order later.
Yeah, I think I read a little bit about that when I was. Yeah. Anyway, you can go into it. Yeah. Next up, we had episode 22.
Oh wait, I had some comments about episode 21.
Okay.
That's
Continue, my friend. Sorry, I thought the lull was meant we were moving on.
After you, Stix.
Okay. What I was thinking is like, this is a very Ultraman episode when I was thinking about it, because the planet name is M774, and isn't the Ultraman planet in the Ultraman series like M78 or M87 or something like that?
M78.
Yeah, M78.
What?
And it's about a peaceful alien who's warning humans about an enemy alien coming here, or kaiju or whatnot. And I thought that was like, this is extremely Ultraman-y. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was like a neat touch. And like she even has her own planet Rupert's. Rupert's or whatever.
Yeah, the seeds are being sown.
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't think Tsuburaya sat down and went, okay, we're making Ultraman now, but there's just like lots of interesting ideas that are like culminating.
Right. That they'll come back to.
Definitely a lot of seeds being planted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, the ending just really like disconcerting, and they're like, that person. And that person, and that person too, and that person, and
the
that
person
person
sitting next to you,
and then the person sitting next to you, and she's like looking directly at the camera and does a horse thing.
Which I was fucked up because my dog was sitting next to me, and I don't want to think of her like that.
No,
you don't want to think about the thing.
No.
All right, next episode.
This lady just seemed like a nice lady. I guess
and then she wanted to get all menacing at the end for no reason.
Yeah, I was like, why?
Paranoid.
She's just aura farming at this point. It's annoying. Come on, lady.
What the fuck, lady? All right, next episode.
All right. Yes, this was episode 22 of the Metamorphosis.
They ran out of money.
I liked this episode. It was fun. I liked it. Was it good?
I liked the chemistry, not chemistry, but like I liked the sadness of it. Of like, what if? Because like the whole point of this episode is, what if your significant other became this? How would you react? Would your love of them be the same still?
How would you react if your husband to be had glued on facial hair, not facial hair, chest hair in the shape of an arrow pointing to his face?
What if your
he
boss
was huge and like nonverbal? He was destroying shit in the forest.
What if your boss was like, "There's a Yeti on the loose. He's 10 stories tall," and you're like, "That's not a Yeti. They're like big gorillas."
Yeah, what is that? Like,
they kept calling him the abominable snowman. It's like he lives in the forest. That doesn't make no sense.
They did not say that. They just said that a Yeti. They did not call him an abominable snowman.
Maybe I think my Jellyfin server, the metadata said they called him the abominable snowman. And I was like, that ain't a snowman. That ain't no snowman.
That got mixed up clearly.
Listen.
I have to say, this was probably miserable as hell for the guy because he's just stepping on props, and I cannot imagine how much that sucks. Like stepping through like a fake house barefoot.
Building and like destroying the building with his bare feet. That sucks. Ugh, that like awful feeling.
Did they ever come back to the butterflies that were in this episode?
No.
They did not come back. They must be like
Just a
a
bunch of-
Japanese myth thing.
Just a bunch of little
Right.
Mothras, just never to be seen again.
Hey, listen, Super
Yeah,
Raya,
ginormous-
Mothra's his baby, okay? So, they got
Yes.
a cameo. If you have a friend
Morpho
in showbiz, you keep him
butterflies.
around.
They were huge morpho butterflies floating above this guy, and they gave him poison, and he was like writhing on the ground. And next thing you know, he's fucking huge.
I have to drink the swamp. It will cure my pain.
Very strange. A lot of the logic
and
of this guy-
like the fiance peering past the tree and like making like really funny faces, like oh god.
Now, what even was this guy? Was a scientist, right? He was an entomologist. And
Was
people
that,
say,
is that what
yeah,
it was?
people
I don't
say-
remember.
People say the biologists in like Prometheus or whatever were dum-dums. He's the one who's messing with the big butterflies. Come on, man. Gotta be a little bit
Look,
more
if I
academic
saw a
about it.
butterfly in Japan that you only see in the Amazon, I'd go chasing at it and
I
leaving my
guess
wife
you're
behind.
right.
Why not?
It's true.
If I was him, a scientist, sure.
They should bring this guy back for Ultraman Omega.
Yeah. Just yes.
Just a big hairy
I have a
guy.
feeling he's not. I have a feeling he's all bones now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, this is one of those ones. Should we just move on? I don't want to stress too much. Unless anybody has.
You know what?
more.
It's
Did we even
not too much
wait?
on this one.
Did we even rate it?
I think I gave it a 3.5. I liked it.
I gave it a
funny.
3.
I'm gonna give it a 4 just because it made me laugh.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
Now it's time
The
to
next
hit
episode.
this was a.
next episode.
I think this is the one that I was like, I'm gonna look at my phone during the credits, and then I realized
Yeah,
it was like 15
this
minutes.
stunk.
I got 15 minutes in, and I was like, oh, I should probably be watching. No, I fell asleep the first time I watched it. Second time I watched it, I realized I had been on my phone for the good half of it. So I've restarted it twice, and every time I'm like, yeah, okay, man. All right.
I'll give this a
Well, wait, we
2.
didn't say the name.
Oh,
We didn't say the name.
Episode 23, The South Seas Fury. I'm just giving it a 1.
Yeah.
That was a rough
Yeah.
one.
Like a 1.5.
Yep. Boy,
maybe.
those undisturbed island natives sure were dressed sharply, huh?
Yeah.
Just like dress
had-
slacks, belts, like
They had
button-up
guns.
shirts.
There was
They
a
had guns and spears.
Yeah. There was just a Tommy Bahamas tanker that crashed off there, and they just started wearing the garments, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, God bless the poor guy who
The
played the
drama they were
octopus.
trying to do was killing me, man. Because they were like, okay, they don't want us here, and then like, oh, it got leaked that this lady leaked the location of the giant octopus they revere as a guardian. And then they okay, now we're gonna burn all of you 3 alive. And like, oh, we need the fighter jets to bomb this octopus.
Yeah.
Order 3 fighter jets
Yeah.
to bomb this octopus.
Who were
And they
late? Who
better have it
arrived
before
late,
they
by
get
the
burned
way?
alive.
I feel like the spite neuron activated in my brain, like the spite neuron, because I was like, no, this one doesn't get an extra point for having a cool monster. The other ones were able to be perfectly fine with a cool monster. Why does this
I
one
do
get away
think-
with it? And it's not even that cool. It's just an octopus film.
It was a slimy, cool octopus.
I will say out of the non-snail anthropomorphic creatures, I think this one looked the best because there were a lot of moving parts to
Right.
the octopus.
Lots of moving parts.
Like the
It was
head,
impressive.
actually moving and like flopping around.
And the tentacles waving around. Yeah.
But the problem is that you barely see the damn thing,
Yeah.
and you're spending
And-
time with this guy who just
This
lives on a
guy.
desert island.
Yeah, and his charisma points are pretty. His charisma modifier is a -2.
He is not June's actor. He is
Not much
June's
getting out of this guy. I'll be real. And
No.
then his doomed.
He is no
romance
leading
with-
man. I don't believe this romance he has with this island girl at all.
And the
gonna
island
look
girl
up
seems
the-
like
I'm
a
gonna look
nice
up the
lady, but
actor.
she did not. Maybe it's just the
This-
thing where it's like, it's hard to enjoy. Maybe it's the white guilt within me activating, but I'm just like, man, I just don't want to see like, look at these simpleton islanders, and oh, they just don't understand our
Yeah.
modern customs, and
you know what's
and I
funny?
know it's a Japanese TV show.
we're talking shit about this guy, and I swear if I ever look this guy up and they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, he went on to be like Ultraman Ace or something."
Okay, but
we're just talking shit.
We do have an actual like big actor in here. We have June's actor who was like in Godzilla movies, like for so many of them through like Showa and Heisei as like bit guys. They always hired him to play. So that's important. He's an important actor in the like Toho's legacy and Tsuburaya's legacy.
This episode sucked.
It sucks,
just plainly.
I hate the tropes that go with it, and like, I'll stay behind the island, which I assume that means he and his girlfriend will become bilingual. Well, with her learning like Japanese and him learning the island language. Like, okay, man, go ahead.
And it's funny. I like the Metamorphosis episode was kind of like schlock, but I was enjoying the hell out of it. And this one was also schlock, but it was like
in the really
the bad kind
schlock, the bad kind of schlock.
The one that's
like, oh, I need to kill him with my bare hands, which means his spear will be the one that actually pierces, but no one else's spears will. He's just a fucking fisherman.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I can't get over the bomber jets. They order bomber jets to come kill this guardian deity or whatever, and that
United Nations. By the way.
United Forces. I was like, Jude, what are your fucking connections, bro?
Like I said, once and you deal with Nagila twice, then everybody's like kind of respects you. I don't know.
And then like that distracted the villagers from trying to burn our guys alive, and we freed them. And now they're like, okay, now they want to help kill it unspokenly. And now this guy's a hero for killing it after they were trying to kill them for learning about where it was all fickle bullshit. I hated it.
It's just that funny thing where it's like, if it was funnier, if it was just a little funnier, that had some like goofiness to it. But instead, it was just played down straight. Like, if this was, like, something that aired on, like, one of those weird TV channels that just airs, like, kind of corny old movies. If this was, like, MST3K fare, that would be one of the harder ones to watch, like, without the riff. You know what I mean?
This is something that would play on the TV in the background of, like, a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
To like, show, like it's playing, like, right before the actual monster shows up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anywho.
All right. This next episode.
Please, God.
Interesting.
The Idol of Goga, episode 24.
We have a spy thriller episode.
Okay. See, this one works against me because it reminds me of like some of those like Showa Godzilla movies where there's like a spy subplot for some reason. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, is it good? Was it a good spy subplot? Not particularly. I guess none of those.
It's all right.
No,
it's
Why'd the statue turn into a snail?
It was hidden inside it. That was part of its curse.
Yes. It was
that
civilization ender, okay?
Now, is this snail reused from the other snail?
I was thinking, is this the same snail from early on in the show? That's what I was thinking.
Just without the mouth.
I think I did have that thought of like, wait, is this like an alien, mummified alien that's somehow come back to life via a curse? But no, it's just asset reuse, you know?
But this time it has a shell, because I don't think it had a shell in the first original
it didn't.
episode.
And you know what's funny? Seeing this monster, it reminds me, have either of you ever played the game Giga Bash?
I've heard of it. It's the one that had Ultraman DLC free updates.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's an OC monster that's in that game that I think is supposed to be Goga.
Interesting.
Because he has like the spiky shell and he like shoots lasers.
All right.
Knowing them, that probably is the case because there's also an Ultraman in there, but it's like, that's all I can remember from this episode, really.
I don't know. I watched this episode today and I remember plenty from the notes I've got. Like, this lady has a lot of spy gadgets. That's interesting.
She has big hair, too. Mostly remember her big hair.
Boy, howdy, does she.
She seemingly is a Chinese university professor.
So confusing. Is she an undercover agent for the Chinese? Is she a Japanese agent?
No. I didn't think of it that way. But she says she's like the head of archaeological studies at this university. But she had a non-Japanese sounding name. That's all I was getting out of it.
I was so confused.
She's Indiana Jones.
I guess
That's the vibes I was getting. This lady, she was really competent. I was so confused. Like, this lady's really competent. Is she like an actual like spy? It's like, no, she's just a university professor. Like, okay.
Her character, they should have just had her come. And listen, it's lazy writing, but in some instances, you should just have a character be like, "Hey, I am a former spy. I am now an archaeologist. That's me."
So, right. It's like she's like that just belongs in a museum.
Did she? So and then I was just sitting there thinking, like, so wait, is she like guilty? Like, does she feel bad she kidnapped this child? They do a very
no, because she wasn't the one who did that. It was the guy next to her who like, had the idea of taking the child because she saw them taking the statue.
Well, that's a skill issue on her part. She could have just said, "Leave the child. She won't be able to identify us. She's just some kid."
I don't know.
Yeah, she just went along with it, I guess, to gain their trust. She went along with it because,
I guess. It's just tough. I don't have to get nostalgia critic or cinema sids.
Yeah, I avoid that thinking.
I know. It's just tough. It's that thing where you want to connect with a character, and I'm like, I just don't know what her backstory. Does she feel bad about kidnapping the kid, or was she following along?
No, it's literally just it was just part of the thing, and then like the end, like because she had to see the parents at the end. All of a sudden, like I did not kidnap the kid. She had to explain herself.
I think Yuri said like that probably wasn't a part of her original plan. Probably.
I mean,
what do you mean?
I don't know. Look, she's covering for a fellow lady. Look, they're like there's not many competent women in the field. You gotta at that time.
Hey,
you gotta cover for each other.
Kidnapping is just part of the job. You know, it happens. Okay, when you're doing archaeology stuff.
There is one fun karmatic death in this episode that I did like was the art thief getting crushed by the statue.
He's like,
he
goes like, I need to kill Len Qiang. And I thought he was genuinely going to kill this this one episode character because she's just going to be in this episode.
But he got run over.
I thought it was going to happen, but then they already leave, and then the fucking monster crushes him.
Yeah. That looked great. Just running over this little toy.
What's more embarrassing than being run over by a snake? Maybe that's the gag, but I was like, man, imagine being run over by nature's slowest creature.
You could have outrun that, dude.
And then the bit that really got me was the her spy friend, her partner that she was trying to collaborate with, got fucking JFK'd, and I was dying.
I ever got about that.
And then they tried to JFK her, and then the guy failed, and he got crushed by the snail. I was like, "This is great." I didn't know she was capable of this.
I think this episode was trying too much. I think it should have stuck to like one thing.
I don't know. I was entertained. Like, okay, they're doing more with this concept of like a monster episode. They're doing more with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered this has the on-screen death I was talking about, where the guy looked at the eyes, like the glowing eyes of the statue, and he dies, and then someone comes in and said, "His face is just gone."
Brutal.
And then, God, and the spy leading say like, "I just got here.
He was already dead.
He was already dead."
I think that would have been cool if they showed that. Like, just have just replace his head with like a dummy head. I think that, or
like erase his face somehow. Like,
but that might have been too. Maybe that might have been too scary.
Maybe erase his face is just a generic term for like he got like eviscerated. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Peculiarities of language. You know what I mean?
And then the one thing I was alluding to earlier about these guys get involved in anything are a fucking trio of dumb fucks. Why Ippei's handling the fucking bazooka? He's on the army truck handling the bazooka.
Yeah, he's the guy.
I wonder if that was just a request by the actor. He's like, please let me shoot this. He was like watching them build it all day.
June's the thinker. I'm on demolition. I'm the explosions guy. Deal with it.
They're all in the same truck. Like, why are these three like fucking like team venture? They're always in on something.
Look,
they're always part of it.
Look, man, I know I'm only going to have 2 lines in the final episode. Just let me do this, please.
Poor Ippei needs it. Ippei needs this.
Maybe he just has a really slow ultimate charge bar, and that's his ult. He's popping his ult. He's
the bazooka of caustic potash. Oh, When I said cosmic
Oh,
potash,
man.
I had like fucking Vietnam flashbacks because I don't want to talk about it too much, but my job, I work with chemicals, and cosmic potash is like one of my most dreaded chemicals I work with. So I was like, oh
Yeah.
god, that in the eyes, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna fucking kill his eyes. Ugh.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Okay, any more thoughts? Anybody? Or are we moving on?
No,
It's a
entertainment.
3.
It was very
It's a 3.
entertaining. It's a
It
4.
was a 3. For me, it was a 3. I think I had more fun with the metamorphosis. That's how I felt about it. But we all kind of had.
Yeah.
It feels like we all had that one episode that was like our spirits were low and this lifted us, and it was all a little different. But we, definitely not hating.
This lifted my spirits after the island episode. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why I rated it so high.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, episode 25, The Devil Child.
Okay, this is the one I slept through. This is the one I slept through the second half of.
Yeah, this is a tough
I
one.
I completely zoned out. I only remember Cousin Lurch and his daughter. Like this was so dull. This is a Twilight Zone episode, though. It feels
one of the
like
bad
it.
ones.
Yeah,
One of the bad ones. Yeah.
It reminded me. The weirdest thing about this episode is just it reminded me like is anybody here like follow I sometimes listen to Disneyland stuff. I know, embarrassing Disney adult stuff, but
Kevin
Walt Disney,
Perger.
yeah, Kevin Perger. Walt
No.
Disney hated carnivals and carnies, and then I was like, man,
You
Subaraya
must be thinking of this, Barney.
hated circuses. God, he hated circuses. These are dens of sin. I can't believe they let kids in these things. He really hated circuses.
That's the vibes I got. Yeah.
He truly was like making up a guy and getting mad at like, oh, you should not have your daughter be part of an act. Whose daughter? Maybe there was some act in Japan that Subaraya was pissed off about at the time. I don't know.
Or the writer or whatever. Yeah.
This
one
felt
was tough.
personal.
This felt
Oh,
like I didn't even hate the premise, and some of the vibes were interesting, but it really felt
Yeah.
they had about 15 minutes of material stretched.
Yeah,
25.
I do like all the stuff with the ghost girl. I thought that was a lot of fun, like with the spirit just walking on water.
Yeah, I like that bit.
I enjoy
That's when I
Pepper-
started sleeping. That's when I
Maybe
started
it's like
sleeping. Yeah.
Pepper's ghost trick stuff. I like that the ghost girl, did she brutally murder those two people in the airplane?
Yes.
That was weird.
Yeah, I was wondering what are they going to do about this girl?
I think they-
was it a murder, unintentional murder.
I think they implied the one with the wedding ring survived because he was a series regular. But
Okay.
I don't know for sure because he doesn't come back.
It's a big
Yeah, that was like his
explosion,
second
dude.
episode. That was like his second episode he was in,
Oh man, it was
and they
then
had a creepy bit. They had a good creepy bit of like the girl asking about the lady's necklace. Says like, "Oh, when I die, you can have it." It's like, when are you gonna die?
Yeah.
I thought that was good and creepy.
Yeah, there's like,
Like,
some fun
oh, they're
set
like
pieces.
setting this up.
It's just having the doctor be like, "Here's how it's scientific." He explaining the.
Oh my
science
god, that was
behind
my
it.
favorite pseudoscience explanation.
When they
Oh my
put
god.
Ipe in the device.
But yeah, let's separate his body from his soul for a few seconds. Sure,
it's like-
nothing will go wrong.
I was sitting there like, clearly they only had like enough time, money, or energy or ideas for like 2 or 3 Ghost Girl scenes because this doctor. They're leaning on this doctor to give it some pathos or some weight, and I'm not feeling it, man.
There's one line that like made me like my eyes bulge out. It's like, if you keep getting hypnotized, you'll develop schizophrenia.
I wrote that down too. I wrote that there too. That's crazy.
That's
Subaraya.
crazy.
Subaraya doesn't like
Subaraya,
parlor
what were you
tricks.
thinking? What did he mean by this?
Oh yeah, this man, they truly did not like the circus because the ending is literally like him going like, "Look at these awful people going and enjoying a show at the circus." This is just like
I feel
the
bad.
opiate of the mass.
You know what it is? You know what it felt like? Because at the end, the narration's more hopeful, but it's because the father and daughter are doing more clown stuff. I wonder if it's less Subaraya hating carnivals and more him hating parlor magicians.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think he likes clowns. I think he finds
We'll
more
get to that next
respectability in
episode,
Yeah,
but-
literally
That's,
the next episode there's another clown one.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. I just yeah. So, but he's so negative about it. Anyway, let's continue.
I also just like again like at a certain point, I think once it got to like the shots of the water, my eyes closed, and when I reopened, it was the start of the next episode when they were having the guy interviewing the boxer. I was like, what does this have to do with the ghost girl? I was like, oh, it's the start of the next episode.
You had an Avicii moment. You just had an Avicii moment, my friend.
Yeah, this episode is a low point of my watch. Personally, I think it's very dull. No, Devil Child.
Devil Child's tough.
It's very dull.
There are moments that are very interesting, but the padding, having every individual movement like locked down. I know we're modern audiences. We could we're TikTok generation, Zoomlennials here, and we just need a constant drip feed of content. But I really truly felt they were reaching on this one.
This is a 2.
You know what's funny? Now, like us talking about it made me realize something. They weren't even interested in the accident stuff at first. They were just wondering, like, hey, why can your daughter do that?
Or like, why do you have all these things? Why do you steal these things from them? Like don't you care more about the accidents?
How did you teach your kid to astral project? What is that, man? And then they didn't even realize about like she had the stolen stuff, until they were like, hey, why can she do that? What are you doing?
What's going on here?
Let's move on.
Anyway, so episode 26, Blazing Glory. This was a journey. This one was like it's
like a character study.
This is a solid 4 from me. I really like Blazing Glory.
You can either give it a 1 or a 5, honestly, for me, because I'm like, this is like a Jodorowsky style, like picaresque journey into the psyche of a man falling apart. And or it's bullshit, or it could be both. I have no clue. It's truly strange. I almost want to go through the plot very briefly for the listener and our viewer, because it is important to go through. Because it is about a boxer who has a pet lizard that he got from the Marianas Trench or the deepest part of the ocean or something. I don't know.
Yeah. He kept fishing it up, and every time he threw it back, it just kept showing back up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is fate. I'm going to take it back home.
And so then he kept it as a pet, and for some reason, the Peter, his name was Peter, correct?
Yes, Peter. Good old Peter.
Apparently, Peter could tell the future.
But he thinks he can understand them. For some reason he does, I guess. I
think it was implied that the creature couldn't really tell the future, but it was just Joe. His name is Dynamite Joe.
Reading into it. It was like all psychological on his point.
Him kind of believing it. Like how like a sports, like I was like an athlete has like a good luck charm.
I've been wearing the same pair of socks for 15 years or whatever.
Like I need Peter, even though he isn't technically doing anything.
But then Peter
baby
tells
alligator.
him he's gonna lose, which is implied to either be he's afraid of losing because he's the hero of all Japan's children. Which, whatever. All the children in Japan love this guy for some reason. I'm not really.
I understand. Like he's an athlete, popular athlete. He's the champ. Like he was really good. He was good in the ring. A lot of kids in the audience.
We all love a guy that can beat the shit out of people.
I get. Maybe it's just us growing up.
Athletes are loved.
Growing up in a post-boxing being the most violent, evil sport in the 90s, the Mike Tyson era. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Boxing and like old wrestling. Those were like national pastimes for in a lot of countries.
For a lot of countries.
Right. Well, anyway, the thing that we keep failing to bring up is that Peter reacts to warmth and becomes giant if he's warm.
When he gets out of the water.
Yes. And so keeps getting giant. And where does this lead? I can't necessarily remember, and I watched this about 4 hours ago. So that's
I got this. So he when he finds out that he's gonna lose, he's like, oh God, I give up. So he starts day drinking and he becomes a clown at a hotel.
And a great clown, apparently.
A fantastic one. I think it's called like the Seaside Hotel or something.
Yeah. Some shit. Yeah.
And nobody actually really knows why he did that. And then, because of course, our lovable trio, our great throuple,
Our polycule.
they, Joan, of course, because he has the biggest brain out of anyone in Japan, he immediately recognizes that he's Joe.
Maybe if you read enough sci-fi novels, your brain unlocks.
Yeah.
I guess that's the last
when they say he was a sci-fi novelist, it's like, what? He is? Why did this never come out? If this came out, I must have forgotten it, I guess.
How else would he know about all this weird stuff?
I guess.
It's not like it's not like we have a scientist character
in the airfield.
But he grills Joe. He's like, "What? Hey, why are you doing that? Like, why are you a clown? Like, I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna make you come back, but I want you to fight because like I like watching you fight." Yeah. He's like, "Man, I'm no good. Like my vision sucks." Like that's why. Like I think that's why he said he was like afraid of losing the most. Right. Because like Jun punches him in the stomach. He's like, "See, like you didn't even react." He's like, "Cool. I wouldn't have been able to dodge anyways. My eyes are getting worse. I'm not good at this anymore." So I think it's just like him thinking that he is going to lose because his baby alligator, his little guy, tells him he's going to. It just completely shatters his confidence.
His psyche, yeah.
Well then,
go ahead.
Well then, the little Peter becomes Big Peter because of a random forest fire. Because of course, it's like a severe, not even a rainstorm, a lightning storm is just happening, and it all of a sudden sets a forest on fire.
Oh.
And they did not know how to wrap up this episode.
No, they didn't
at all.
I didn't even know what the conclusion was. I couldn't really understand what the conclusion was.
So like he's trying to lead him back. He's trying to like Joe's trying to lead Peter back to the water so he can grow small again. But Peter's big ass goes to a boat and it just blows up. I thought Joe died.
I thought it took Joe with him for a second.
And then it cuts. I still don't know if Peter's dead. It cuts to Joe picking up, I guess, the match graphic for the boxing match.
It's torn up a little.
And he's like waves to the Three Stooges. Did he end up fighting?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like ambiguous. It was like one of the few episodes I'd rather it not be ambiguous. I'd like to know what the conclusion was here.
That bugs me so much because I actually do really like this episode. I like this examination of this athlete with like a shattered ego because he thinks he's going to lose one fight.
Yeah.
And he had his clown makeup on for the most of the episode because he didn't want his identity to be public.
Right.
Right. It was like a dual purpose of one, it's a practical thing, and two, he's kind of a clown, acting like a clown right now.
This is one of those things where this is like the last of the weird fairy tale episodes. And I like that it's like about an adult and a very adult problem. Maybe a little childish, but still something that like adults have to deal with, but then they copped out in a way that they didn't for the kids. You know what I mean?
And he threw his beer bottle in the water. It's like, what the fuck? You're littering.
This is like the one episode where I was like, this is actually suffering from the 30-minute runtime.
Yeah.
If this was like even 10 minutes more, I feel like this would have had a better conclusion.
Right.
It's a shame because out of like a lot of the back half episodes, this is one of my favorites that I watched.
It was solid.
Maybe. I love Peter. He comes back. He's actually an Ultraman arc during the recap episodes, which is fun. Yeah, there's a character that has a Peter.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Okay, I thought it was literally.
He named him Peter, but it's the same creature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a nice coincidence.
Which is a lot of fun. Plus the Peter, like the monster version of him, that looked great. That's I liked how the suit looked. I won't lie.
He was the guy in the suit got little scritches from the actor. He's like, "Oh, come here."
It was a little goofy. I will say this is one of the rare monsters where I truly was like, "That's a guy on its arms and knees," but
yeah,
still,
yeah, it's
fun.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I have said before that the power of a little guy can carry an episode like big time, and I think Peter is a great little guy.
No. And this is the closest I feel Ultra Q gets to like magical realism. So, it's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just also like
I
mini
agree.
magical realism stories that ends with a okay.
And like the circus guy, like manager, like telling all these people at the place to like fish for the lizard in the pool or whatever. I was dying because they're saying, "Oh, it's like such a cold pool. He's even smaller than usual, so it's even harder to find him."
I say this is the last good monster of the series because my god.
Okay. Episode 27, the disappearance of Flight 206.
White guy to the rescue.
And he disappears.
Yes.
And then
he fixed the radio. Said, "I can fix it. Reset the circuits."
Wow.
Thank you, white man.
It's so.
Power of white guys in Toku. I'm excited to see more white guys in Toku be like, yes, of course. I'd love to help.
I love that you can tell they wanted this to be a Bermuda Triangle episode, but they couldn't figure out how to do it. Yeah. So like, here's this cloud above Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in this episode.
Yeah.
I watched this like an hour and a half ago, and I don't remember like how they got there. Or what happened? Like
they entered the like the little vortex, and they entered a different dimension. They were like on clouds or whatever. There was a criminal in the airplane. They had to deal with the criminal. He shot the captains, so Ippei and June had to fly the thing.
The criminal, the criminal, the actor that played him looked very familiar.
He did.
I feel like I've seen him in other shows before, but I cannot place it. I'd probably have to look that up.
Me too.
So this is the same soundstage they used for the Dragon Palace, huh?
Oh, you're right.
And also, it's probably the same. It's probably the same stage they used for that dimension in the 2020 episode where all the disappeared people went. They were all on the ground in the smoke, or in the teacups, or not before they went to teacups. They're in that dimension caused by Kimir. They're in the smoke dimension. They're all laying down in it. It's the same stage, probably.
I have one funny production thing that I noticed when I was watching this episode. During the panning shot when they show everyone passed out in the airplane, at the very end, at like the edge, like the window seat. One of those guys did not get the memo. His eyes are wide open, and he's just looking at the ground. That is an HD transfer issue. You could not see that on an old TV.
No,
probably not. No.
It's funny. I went to the Wikia specifically because I was like, what was the pseudoscience they used to explain this? I cannot find that on there. I don't even think whoever's editing the Wikia gives a crap about what the pseudoscience is. I will say, I am seeing here that this is a script that was not going to be written because at the time they were, this was like the 9th script written, but apparently they were switching the show to be more monster centric and to give up on the whole Twilight Zone thing, and that's why this is basically what is it? Terror.
The 27th episode and the end of the first run, because the 28th episode did not run in the first run, and it only aired in a rerun in the middle of Ultra 7, the 28th episode,
because it didn't have a monster.
Probably episode 28 did not have a monster, so that's why they did that to episode 28.
Speaking of monster,
this monster.
What the hell is that?
It's a giant walrus thing.
And I
don't know.
When I was watching him, is he the one sucking? I think you're supposed to intuit that this guy got sucked into the vortex as well.
I guess.
Maybe.
This giant monster did that.
I genuinely have to wonder if this is a reference we're just not getting.
Because we're Americans.
I was trying to figure out... Okay, this was my theory... I was wondering if this is what Pagila, the original monster for Pagila, was supposed to be.
Oh, you
until they
think
changed
so?
it.
Maybe, and then they were like, "No, this design's better. Throw this guy away." And then they had him sitting around, and they were like,
Production order. This was the 9th episode they made in the production, like when they were making it behind the scenes. It was the 9th
Right.
episode they made.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is that
So-
this was a transition episode that got kind of shoved to the end when they needed more episodes.
Mhm.
Okay. I forget. Why did the criminal make the pilots, Jun and Ippei, walk out of the plane? What was he doing?
I don't know why Jun and Ippei were picked out. Why not just get the pilots out and like hold them hostage?
What is he even holding them hostage for? There's no one that's gonna find them. He gets
I don't know,
distracted by marbles.
I think he was like, I'm doomed to hell anyway, so I'm taking you all with me. Was something he was trying to say.
Bozo.
Well, criminals are inherently evil people who have no care for other feelings. You know, there's no such thing as like changing or being under tense situations. No, this guy's just evil. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we all criminals.
great call! Great call by the cop by bringing this handcuffed criminal onto a public airline. By the way,
Yeah,
That's
what
a
was
thing,
that?
That was
That's
smart. That was
lost,
smart
you
of
know?
him.
That was lost. You know what I mean?
God, I forgot airplanes used to have a smoking section.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were the little treats? That was we're gonna have a
Yeah, I
segment
was
later.
trying to see what those treats were.
I bet they were good.
The
I was like, what
Oh,
are the
yeah.
other little
Yeah.
segments? We're not gonna have time to get into this because we're already an hour and
hour and a half.
hour and a half.
Hour and a
I
half.
think it says.
But
yeah.
I was just gonna say real quick. There's a lot of. I wonder what like your favorite 60ism was, and mine was like, what are these snacks? Like having handcrafted snacks for an airplane flight versus now where it's prepackaged everything. That's crazy. That's nuts, folks.
I forget what my favorite was, but it was when they were driving. Oh no, it's in the next episode, but I'll just say it here because whatever. It's when they were driving and the car top just like pops open because there's an
Yes.
engine problem.
Yes, that's fun.
Golly, I wish cars did that still.
Mm-hmm.
This it's to 2.
It's between the 2 and a 3.
I would say a 1.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying this even though I was like drifting in and out of consciousness watching this episode.
That just means you thought it was relaxing. You just were having it's off to Slumberland or something.
I think it's a 2 just because the marbles that are supposed to be diamonds.
Yeah, those look like fucking marbles. I was like, what are they? What is he holding?
I will say, things have been ruined for me a little bit. Now that I know this was the 9th episode that got shoved to the end and then kind of messed with, it is very funny to me because I was like, well, they kind of were trying to do a little bit of a character arc for Jun and Ippei, where at
Jun
the
and
end,
Ippei, because they fly the plane and like they save the day. Like,
And
it came to like. Yeah.
Ippei proved himself to Senpai at the end of the series. Isn't that kind of sweet? And now I'm like, well, no, that was just a thing that happened at the end of one episode. I'm like, okay. Well, anyway, it was a nice thought in my head. Hey, listen, death of the author. That's in my head. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, it was the 4th script written and the 9th episode made, and then the 27th episode broadcasted. What an interesting production.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, let's finish this up. Episode 28,
Okay.
Open up.
Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone episode.
100%.
100%.
What a funny way to end this series.
Yeah.
Yep.
A chamber, what do you call it again? Like a chamber drama, people in small locations. And it was funny because the show had become so over the top crazy. And every character was very broad and archetypical. Oh, I'm the goofball kid. I'm the earnest grandma. Oh, I'm the heavy-hearted but stern captain. And this one, they have that fight in the car.
Oh, that was like a dangerously realistic fight.
Yeah,
I was like,
that
a Jim
wasn't
Jarmusch
fun.
movie all of a sudden. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Sorry to curse. But
this is, I think, a really funny episode because they started off by just abandoning Ippei with all.
Oh my god! And they're all getting lovey-dovey in the car. I was like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Right? Yeah. A couple of bastards.
Like, yeah, now we can
really
get
strange.
away from the hustle and bustle of life, and
Yuri just saying like, "Oh no, I don't want to go back."
And it was very
Yeah, when
funny.
she said that, I was like, what the fuck, Yuri?
It was funny getting to episode 28, and she was like, oh, the hustles and bustles of life, meetings, deadlines, this and that. I'm like, you're fighting aliens every other week.
What is Jen talking about? Like, oh yeah, I'm tired of dealing with debt collectors. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, the UN
Look,
called you
this
in
is
on a
the,
special accord, man. I don't know.
Okay, and you know what's the best part? This was the 4th episode produced.
Wow.
This feels like an early episode. Yeah.
Yes, before they like nailed down the personalities and writing of these characters. These three.
The sad part is that I can see this episode being really good. I don't know if we said what the name of the episode is. By the way, it's open up exclamation point.
Yeah.
Because it's about a train that takes you to a place that you've always wanted to go to. Place that like completely obliterates all your problems.
And it's filmed in a really cool way.
We don't see enough of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It just stops. So like we're just
They probably didn't want to spend too much of the money on this one, and they want to save that money for the monsters.
I don't know. It can't be that expensive to film on the inside of a train.
Okay, but I mean like the exterior shots of the train like moving.
Flying around,
is what I mean.
Yeah.
Flying around.
I know it's boring to say over and over, but it's like, this is a chamber drama. It's a, which is kind of fun.
I don't know. Is it really a chamber drama if they're not spending much time inside the train? Or
I know,
whatever?
but I mean just like people in rooms going, well, how do you feel about this? I would be very conflicted about that, but maybe I would, It didn't feel like a sci-fi story. I guess, but it didn't feel like a fairy tale. It kind of felt like, and like I said, it felt like when they had that fight in the car, I was like, this is the closest Ultra Q has come to like neo-realism. Like,
yeah.
This is another example where I think focusing on like June and Yuri, not really Ippei, he's a non-factor.
He's not really much of a character.
But like focusing on these returning characters suffers.
It's hurting the episode.
This should have been a focus on the main guy.
Main guy, yes.
We don't even know what happens to the other people on the train. There's like a high school student on that train. There's a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what happens to him.
I do wonder.
So like,
since we know that these scripts were made so long, like so much earlier in the process, and the show changed so much, do you wonder if it wasn't June and Yuri, and it was just two young lovers, and then they just kind of got put into that role because they're on the staff, they're on the cast, or whatever.
They're on the cast.
I almost wonder, because you know what, if they were going to use them, why did neither of them go on the train? I feel like they were kind of
hinting
like
at it,
setting up that Yuri was going to end up on there,
right?
Yeah,
because she's the one that brings up like wanting to leave.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's Miss
Potential, the episode.
Yeah.
It's a disappointing episode. It's a very disappointing episode. It's something I feel like can work if you really like go all in on the idea.
There were
this is like the clown episode where if he was given 45 minutes, this would have been like a really good episode.
There were some good shots in this, and there was some really interesting and good acting. It just was like, this is not the Ultra Q I have come to know. It was a very strange place to end it, and it almost felt like if I did not know where it was going, or if I was like, I guess this is the tone the show's going for. See a crazy monster mysteries. I guess it's now becoming sci-fi parables about the average Tokyo citizen's life. I don't know. Very strange. Very interesting place.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when everything is like filmed and then you just broadcast it out of order. And now that's the order it's always going to be.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try to appeal to those damn kids.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, this is our last episode we made left. We're not even going to put it in the original run. We're going to put it at the end of the rerun. And now it's part of the episode order as the last episode. Hey, it's better than leaving off on the flight episode as the last episode in the order. Let's be real. This is a better way to end it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd rather end on a missed potential episode than just a flat out, this is kind of lame.
That guy sure does abandon his family at the end, huh?
Yeah, he was like, take me back. And it ends on that. It ends on that like scene of take me back to the train. The train where everything is shot like almost as if you're shooting like a TV screen. It was like shot like everything is like in a weird flat, but at an angle look is really interesting.
God, I wish there were more scenes on that damn train.
Yeah, like the shot of him like looking at like all like the shots of like his life showing up in the front of the train, and he was like slamming it and like looking at it because like the train, just showing him all these scenes. That was cool. That was cool compositing.
Oh yeah.
What a shame. What a shame.
Oh, one fun fact.
Please continue.
That Spider-Man Ultraman crossover manga that I think is still running. It features this train for multiverse bullshit reasons.
That's right, it does. I completely forgot about that. That's how Doom and Spider-Man show up in the Ultraman world.
Use this cool sci-fi concept for like getting away from your life for multiverse crossover bullshit. That's how things are these days. What a funny thing.
That manga's okay. By the way,
it's all right. It's a cute manga.
I read like 6 chapters and wasn't drawn in enough to get back to it, but we'll check it out someday.
Me neither.
I like the two things. I mean, we don't need to talk about where Spider-Man is in the comics right now, but anyway, let's continue.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, so it's so funny. I felt like on the last episode, and there'll be instances where there'll be untempered like positivity followed by, okay, where is this going? Because it's always the beginning, the setup. I mean, that's part of the fun of Toku is like, oh, what's the setup here? How do things get started? Oh, how are they getting into it? Then stuff can always lose steam, or there's a big plane finale and it's figuring out how to get there.
Yeah.
This just kind of feels like it sputtered out. There was about
because it's an anthology series. Yeah,
it was an anthology series with about 20 really good ideas and then 8
stinkers.
8
stinkers.
Okay to not great ideas, but do we want to go over the good real quick? We'll do the compliment sandwich.
Yeah,
do the compliments.
I think the show in general it has a lot of good ideas. Like we just said, like there are a lot of really neat ideas for monsters, for aliens, just for like these general like sci-fi concepts, even if they are borrowed a little bit.
Yeah, but
you can see a lot of creativity in the show.
A lot of
when they really go in
creativity. Yeah.
I also think that when they focus on like original characters, like really, really laser focus on like the subjects of each episode, the show is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's just like a small little like either horror story or a lesson or anything like that.
Like the Snow Lock-in episode, Bagheela Outside, great episode. I like that one.
Yeah. It's why I think the Konagon episode works so much. Mm-hmm. It's just when you really when you have a really well thought out story that you want to tell and it just works, it's such an engaging watch. And that I think is Ultra Q's biggest strength. When you actually do lose your mind and body in this unbalanced zone, the show really grabs you.
Right. Do you think they carry that into Ultraman? Because the SSP is such a huge part of it, but then I do remember a lot of great episodes that are just like little fairy tale sci-fi parables. I don't know. It's just interesting.
I think they do.
There are episodes in Ultraman that are like the Skydon episode, the Jagila episode where the guy, but
it gets I think they fully realized the potential in Ultra 7.
Yes.
I can't wait for that because Ultraman was a little. Actually, there's a lot of episodes in Ultraman that I'm just kind of met on, whereas Ultra Q, there's a lot of episodes I'm like I love, and there's a lot of episodes I'm like, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually like Ultra Q overall more than Ultraman, even though Ultraman by the end is really fucking strong, like all-timer strong. But I think because Ultra Q is an anthology and they were just broadcasting all the episodes they made out of order, it's just all over the place. It's like up and down. Whereas Ultraman, he just got better and better as it went along compared to this.
Right. And you brought this up last episode, but like, special effects, compositing, black and white covers a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. You definitely see a lot of the like really good filming techniques in the back half.
Yeah.
I find even in like the less interesting episodes, they use shadows really well.
Really well. Like I
even,
always think of the Baron Spider episode. I love the shadows in that episode.
Even in Primordial Amphibian Raygon, there were a lot of great nighttime shots with the monster, with like the eyes just glowing.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Really good acting too, for the most part. When it's being dramatic, I think it's very good.
Like they really do sound terrified, or when they're sad, they really do sound sad. Like it's good acting. That's what it is, man.
Like I know we made fun of the episode a little bit, but like Open Up has some really good acting during the train section.
Yeah.
It's just it's such a reverse of everything we've experienced so far. It's almost unfair to call it, treat it like
I think it's an unbalanced show.
It's an unbalanced show.
Unbalanced show, yes.
And let's not forget about our both good and bad trio. Our anchor for the show, our trio.
Yes. I do find them enduring. I get why a handful of them, well, Ippei did not come back. Does June come back in any form?
I think
actors
he makes
in Ultraman, yes, he makes it in like as various characters throughout Showa Ultra and other ones.
Right.
Yuri's actress made it out the best.
Yes, because she got to be the girl for Ultraman.
She still acts. She's a producer at Subaraya now.
That's correct.
Yes,
anytime they bring Yuri's character into like anything, she's the voice actress for it. She was in the Japanese stuff for Ultraman Rising.
Yep, she's the mother in that one, I think.
Yeah, she is. It's there is so much, you can see so much of Subaraya's future DNA in Ultra Q, and I think that's why, even if like it's such a like strange show, do not binge it. For the love of God, do not binge it.
Do not binge it. Do not do that.
But I do think if you're a fan of Tokusatsu, especially if you're a fan of Ultraman, but just a fan of this genre of filmmaking in general, you should watch.
And you like monster
Ultra
movies
Q.
from Hollywood in the 50s and 60s, watch this show. You will love it. If you're a fan of that show, like 50s and 60s sci-fi, you'll like this show a lot, I think.
It's great for in a historical aspect.
Yes,
definitely.
And also from a just general anthology. So there's gonna be some good ones. There's gonna be some stinkers. There's gonna be some mad ones.
It's no Twilight Zone. It is no Twilight Zone.
It is no Twilight Zone. Despite the few really, really, really good episodes like Kanegon, it's not a Twilight Zone.
Well, I'll be honest. Also, the Twilight Zone. People remember the good stuff in it, but there's also quite a bit of bad. There's not.
Oh yeah, I can't say I watched all Twilight Zone. I only watched the ones everyone else has watched.
It ran for longer, so there's more good to remember than bad.
Yes. Yeah. And America had a well-oiled like sci-fi industry. I mean, that's why Rod Serling. Part of it is that he wanted to explore bigger themes that weren't allowed on TV, but also he was like, there's a lot of good sci-fi out there that's like cheap to film and like compelling on its own. Let's just nab this stuff up. You know what I mean? Like
studio heads can respect that.
Whereas
there's a whole cheap sci-fi book industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's so much.
And then
speaking of cheap or like costs, Ultra Q was shot on 35 millimeter, and Subaraya insisted on it because special effects don't really like come out and really like show their strength on 16 millimeter, which I thought was really interesting. It was a good decision. It holds up. This is a great looking black and white TV show.
Oh yeah.
Real easy to transfer too.
Yeah,
that's why the Blu-ray looks so good.
Exactly.
Okay. We did good. Are we on bad?
Let's see here.
Oh
my!
We don't have to be.
God.
I feel like we've been way more negative.
I feel like we already iterated.
Yeah,
I think we've brought it up plenty of times. The kid stuff, the kid-centric stuff. It's a little more too rapscallion for me. I don't know. It's tough.
I'm easier on the kids than you guys. I'm generally fine with them most of the time. I don't think I've ever hated any kids in this show.
No.
It's just
No, the bird kid.
Like,
the bird kid in the first half was really getting on my nerves.
They never got on my nerves. I'll say that. They never got on my nerves.
When
some of the kids episodes are my favorite episodes, coincidentally.
When the kids are good actors, and I know that's mean to say,
yeah,
but
well,
like
I think it's when they're allowed to be more natural, when they're allowed to be more like, just
kids.
like snotty the Conagun episode's one of our favorites because this feels like a real, what kids do.
Yeah.
Whereas
bored.
the Dandelion episode with the rainbow egg, I'm like, okay, you can stop it here.
Yeah. I mean, who could forget the weasel?
We love the weasel.
Who could forget the weasel? He's the best kid. He was the best kid.
Who can forget the turtle kid? The turtle kid. Who can
that little
forget him?
psycho?
Yeah, that was a little. The precociousness was a little too much for me in that one. But hey, you know what? And that's part of it. Also, just Toku. And I know we use it as a joke all the time, or at least I do, where it's like, actually, it might be for Japanese 12-year-olds, but it's also for American adults. Part of it is just having to realize who the main demo for these shows were.
I think a lot of Toku fans really need to keep that in mind.
Yes.
Like, honestly.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, people need to realize that just because there's like a little bit of blood in a tokusatsu production, that don't mean it's mature. Gaim's never coming to HBO, fellas. That's going to Kids WB.
Yeah.
Same way, like a Shonen Jump manga is gonna have a little bit of gore for the 10-year-olds. That does not mean it's an adult thing. I'm sorry.
No, but it runs on Toonami though.
Well, that's because Americans are weird. We have a weird relationship with violence.
Yeah, yeah,
it's lovely.
But but yeah, for real though, like. Truly not the game breaker. I do feel like the second half of the show leaned a lot more on kind of like stock plots, things I've experienced before.
Well, they
adventure, pulp
go through
fiction, just
less creativity. Like definitely a lot. It's still there. We've said that like there's great episodes in the back half, but
I think mostly the Idol of Go-Go with the native. Oh, I wound up on a native island, and I'm the biggest hunk here, and all the local ladies are, oh my god. I was like, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know what the source of that is. I've just seen parodies my whole life, like Family Guy.
I mean, it's based on something. It's a common trope.
It has to be a novel. It has to be something.
Right.
Yeah, like one of those like great adventure island novel type things, like
Crusoe,
Robinson Crusoe, or something similar to that.
Gilligan's Island,
man. That's scary. I guess we've already ragged on. I truly don't hate Ippei, Jun, and Yuriko. They're just,
they exist sometimes.
If they showed up sometimes, I think it would be a lot better for the show.
And I guess in the economy of storytelling, when Ultraman switches to the SSP, and everybody has a very specific job. It just for some reason the human brain, that person's here to do blank. We are much more forgiving of that than this, where it's like, why are they here? What are they doing?
Why are they doing this? Why? Are they?
It makes sense for Ippei to be in not Ippei. I'm sorry. It makes sense for Ide to be in like a science focused episode because he's the science guy of the SSP.
Right.
So of course we use him, or like I always forget the name of like the dude that's more of like the gun expert. But like, action-packed one, we use that guy.
I thought Ide was the gun guy. Well, I don't remember. It's fine. I don't remember. It's fine.
Ow.
Everything okay, dude?
Yeah. I cracked my back, and I think my bones broke.
Oh, God. Too much Ultra Q.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've done the good, the bad, and then just a little mini segment just where we talk about something kind of fun so that we're not ending on the bad note. What was y'all's, throughout the whole 28 episodes, what was your favorite bit of pseudoscience? Like, there was so much good, like, half understanding. Of course, in the first half, we had the monkey with the thyroid issue. So funny to me. He fell in a banana patch and he had a thyroid issue, and suddenly he was King Kong. That was killing me. This half, I'd still probably say Devil Child stuff, even though I didn't care much for the episode itself. Very funny to be like, well, if you hypnotize somebody enough, their electromagnetic current is their soul, so they can teleport. Like,
Yeah, and there's some people like he said like everybody technically has an electric current. That is true. That is 100% true. Everybody has an electric current in them. Like 30 whatever voltage. It's like, but some people, very rare, there's like a much higher voltage, and then like there's like they put Ipe the fucking contraption and had his soul separate, and they talk about
that's
that, okay. Let me say my favorite pseudoscience. It's that whole bit. Same with, like with Russ. It's a whole section was killing me.
And so, inside every human being is an electrical impulse that wants you to kill yourself.
Okay, but because again, the electric current is true. We all have an electric current. It's how our brains function. But also, like the whole, if you hypnotize someone enough, they'll get schizophrenic. That I'll be thinking about that till I die. That sentence.
I hate to say it because it's not an episode I particularly like, but I like how they gave up on the science in the disappearance of Flight 206 and just say, oh yeah, they flew into a cloud and it brought them to a different dimension.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother saying no, it's a new like weather current that's making them stay up on the clouds, and there was a creature there causing it. It's like, no, they're just somewhere else. We can still hear the engine, but they're in fucking La La Land with a big walrus.
The radio's somehow reaching them across dimensions.
They even brought the professor in. That's like when they bring an old wrestler in and he just goes, "Thanks for coming to the show, everybody," and then doesn't even do a spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I think like an actual serious answer would be their description on how the moss survived in the Antarctic for the Peguila episode.
That's fun. That is.
Oh,
fun.
yeah, that must have been.
And now, like, that's just like a natural like deterrent towards like this big penguin walrus monster with a horn.
Or the when they were like trying to take down the Yeti guy to make him like get smaller again.
Shoot him with X-rays.
Shoot him with electromagnetic pulses. Like, all right.
What about you, Russ?
Oh, God, I think I said mine too already. Let me see if there's any more. I did like that the monster. They explained that he ate. Okay, this was in the rainbow's egg. He ate uranium and blasted a laser beam of pure gold because he would convert the neutrons into some.
That's
sort of,
right.
Into
the golden rainbow.
Into some sort of energy that only.
That's how you know I've zoned out because I totally forgot about this.
It was truly like gave me Evangelion vibes of being like, this is very complicated to explain why something cool is happening on the screen.
This is very techno-babbly.
Very techno-babble to explain why something this cool would be happening. So he shot golden lasers because he would convert the neutrons of uranium from something heavier into something lighter. It was truly strange, but I did like it. I was like, okay, sure, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ultra Q.
I love when science fiction just makes up stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Ultra Q.
Great.
Fun show, very interesting. It's fun to see this is where it all came from, sort of, kind of.
Look,
you know,
yeah, I think so. The further you get it, the more you see like the general Toku formula start to take shape.
Right.
If I were to show this show to people, I would take select episodes that I think are the cream of the crop and show them because you can technically watch this in any order.
I 100% agree.
And if I wanted to rewatch this whole thing, I would take the curious approach of doing it in production order because figuring out how, like, maybe they got like how that would look or like script order. See,
right.
You know how that would work out.
Maybe I wonder how many writers are concurrent. I should have probably researched that before recording this episode. But how many writers kind of went on from Ultra Q to Ultraman, and which ones kind of kept this like weird sci-fi horror tone and others?
I know Tetsuo Kinjo.
Probably was a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely Tetsuo Kinjo was on both Ultraman and Ultra Q. I can't look into the other guys. I would take time.
Yeah.
I will say this in opposite to Stix. I am never rewatching this show in full again.
Look, I was a hypothetical. I'm also probably not doing that again.
This is my second time seeing the show. in fall.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
Like I do like. There's a lot of love in my heart for this series. There really is. But my God, I will never watch the 1/8 project for as long as I live.
Like that
I can't do it. I cannot do it. You would have to pay me money to see I Saw a Bird again.
That's
okay. Yeah, you're
There's no way. There's
point.
no way.
I think
like
the
God.
South Seas Fury is probably my least favorite, but the Bird one was a tough watch too.
Ugh.
But you know what? Do we want to say a favorite just to end off on a good note? What everybody's favorite? I already said my favorite's probably Challenge from the year 2020.
Definitely Kanagon's Cocoon.
Kanagon's Cocoon on my part. That's
Kanagon's Cocoon's probably my number 2. Actually, it might be the first Garadama episode, but I just think he's funny. Anyway, thank you everybody. We are just going over kind of the premise of the podcast. We are now done with Ultra Q, and we're going to take a break in between. We're just going to do a movie episode to spare us from having to binge another TV show super last minute for some, because life gets in the way and all that.
It does, yeah.
And, it's fun to just have, an hour to talk about a movie. And we have selected, we poured over Letterboxd and all the databases, IMDb, and scientifically calculated using our electromagnetic current souls to determine the best movie. And of course, we went with the horniest one. That's right. We're doing Cutie Honey, the movie.
2004.
Well, we talked about Otto so much. Now,
we do.
Who here seen it before? I have not.
I've actually never seen any Cutie Honey thing.
Oh my God!
Ever.
I'm gonna be the one. Oh wait. Iris will be here. She'll help me. Maybe she's seen Cutie Honey.
Now I have seen Cutie Honey twice.
Great, good job, because this is concurrent with that. This this even grabs animation for it from it.
Yeah,
because it came out at the same time as the OVA.
Yeah, so I've seen Cutie Honey twice. So I'm like, I've always meant to watch the movie. I think I was waiting for some sort of Blu-ray, and I think that Blu-ray has come and also been out of print. And you just went, oh, so
Discotheque, save me.
But yeah, I've seen all of the Shin movies. I've seen has he made anything besides the Shin movies when it comes to
Toku, other than Cutie Honey and the Shin? Oh, besides live action, there's Love and Pop. There's the Ritual or whatever with what's her name? The daughter of that really embarrassing action star guy.
That does not narrow it down.
Is it Gact?
The one who does fucking has a weird martial arts where he does flips, and he's in
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal's daughter is starring in that movie.
No, you're right. Yes, I just
wait. What
memories in my brains? Yeah, Steven Seagal is the opposite of does flips, guys. He grabs people's wrists and then they do a flip to make it look like he did it. So
I love how he makes a real martial art look fake.
Yeah,
it's
Shikajitsu, also known as Ritual, is that movie. It came out in 2000. Just 2000, the year 2000. So there was Love and Pop in 1998. He also did those live action segments for End of Evangelion, which also became its own short version that was released separately. And then Cutie Honey, and then he got on Evangelion Rebuilds.
Yeah.
Can I admit something before we go?
Yeah, sure.
I've never seen Evangelion.
I think we talked about it in the last episode because
I've never seen it, not for any specific reason.
You're gonna be the one person who will be like, I'm a huge Anno fan, and you'll be like, oh, so you really like Eva or Nadia or something, right? No.
Nah, I like Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, I like Shin Godzilla. No, you should lead with Cutie Honey and then show them pictures of her running in her underwear. And be like, this is why I like Anno.
This is why I like Hideaki Anno. I've never watched Evangelion. I love this.
But anyway, no. It's just we talked about Anno so much, and I think we just want something lighthearted.
Goofy. Yeah. It has Anno stuff in it, but it's nice. It's cartoony. It's stylistic, very stylistic. It's insanely stylistic, even.
Mm-hmm. Whew.
All right.
What an episode. What a show.
Oh, yeah.
Now We don't have a good sign off. I gotta think of a good sign off. Oh, plugs. No, we can't. I'm not gonna leave you all out to dry.
Oh, Jesus. Me, I'm still on Blue Sky. It's still Spider Slash. I'm still on YouTube, despite what my upload schedule says. It's Spider Slash on everything except Letterbox. That is a Spider Slash _. If you look up Spider Slash, you'll find my first Letterbox account where my only 2 reviews are for the original Tron and Man of Steel.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Hey, first
So
Tron,
follow me on both.
First Tron, not a bad movie at all. There's not been a bad Tron movie yet.
It's okay.
No, there's not been a bad Tron movie yet. That might be changing soon. That might be changing soon.
Very soon.
As somebody who will probably go to the theaters to watch it. Sorry. I shouldn't.
Can't wait for Mr. Beast to play the GPU.
Yes. He's going to be Clue. Imagine Clue, like Jimmy's face, but it's Clue. He's like, no, not Clue. What's his name? Master Control.
Stop.
Master
I know
Control.
what you're talking. Master Control. Just his
Clue's
face
the bad guy in
stretched
Legacy.
out.
And he's like,
What's his fucking name? CGD aged Kurt Russell? Or
That's
not Kurt
Legacy.
Russell.
yeah, that's Clue.
That's
That's
Legacy.
Clue.
It's
Yes.
Legacy, yeah.
No,
Clue.
I was thinking of Master Control, the bad guy in the first one. You know the.
Oh, I don't know the actor. I haven't watched the original.
Oh, it's just a big head.
It's
Big head, but played by who, you know?
I don't know.
He was somebody funny. Anyhow,
Well,
well,
all my Tron knowledge comes from Kingdom Hearts 2.
you love Bruce Boxleitner. When are you gonna watch all of Babylon 5? Using my Toku podcast to make Stix watch all of Babylon 5. The nerdiest show ever. I love Babylon 5, but it is the dweebiest shit. It makes watching Kamen Rider in public look like, I don't know, watching MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I love Babylon 5 though. Anyway.
Stix, plug you. Plug your stuff.
Yeah, I'll plug me up. RBPS Stix. That's my bluesky.bluesky.social. On Twitter to occasionally look down at the horrors and also check up on some things. At Beer Stix. I have a YouTube channel. I don't really use it. I may use it in the future again because I used to use it briefly. Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm not even gonna plug it. That's it on me though.
Right. I still stream on Tuesdays with FK Socks on Twitch. And please listen to Hogcast. I actually recorded that earlier today. I'm doing double podcast duty. How is my voice still going? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Strength of the
we're
heart.
at 2 hours.
Balance zone. It's on balance zone.
Watch Delgo 2.
Delgo 2. It's still on there. Both
Director's
the director's cut and the original. Both are killer. No killer. Wait, all killer, no filler, baby. Anyway, I'm gonna keep testing out these. What's that?
Also, watch the trailer that has me in the thumbnail.
Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot. I need to plug something. My letterbox. My letterbox is just RBPS. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Hey, do I follow you? You might be getting a new follower as we speak. Anyhow.
Okay, let me check letterbox.
Anyhow. All right. This is my new sign up. I'm going to be testing them out until one of them sticks. But yeah, keep on henching in the new world. As they transform in the shows. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
our
that makes
voices are
sense.
fading out at this point.